We've all found ourselves at odds with our neighbors, our family, our friends. So how do we keep these relationships healthy and accept those differences? Joining us now, therapist Nancy Ryan, the owner and director of Relationship Therapy Center. Nancy, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me, Richard. Good to see you.
Good to see you. So let's talk about tomorrow. Conversation is going to come up. We all have the relative who likes to talk, maybe get aggressive like this. How do we keep these relationships and kind of tone down the rhetoric in a way that we can agree to disagree?
Absolutely, yeah. People right now are feeling really alone and scared and confused with all the stuff that's going on and really passionate about it. And so it's really important that we remember that people are just trying to make sense of the world and get some sense of certainty and security. So if somebody's open to speaking, you can ask if they're open to dialoguing and ask respectful, curious questions about where they're coming from, rather than trying to argue their point. Sometimes when they speak, they can start hearing that they don't have a lot of evidence themselves. We don't. Right.
So even if they may be going down a path, if you listen to that path for a minute, maybe they'll come around and like, wait a second, okay, this might not be so well thought out. Is it helpful to kind of just say, hey, look, I'm open to dialogue here, but I don't want to get in a fight. I know we disagree, and kind of go about it that way?
Yeah, it can be. And to be able to really empathize with people and say, it sounds like you're really concerned about this. What particularly is upsetting for you? And how are you feeling about it? How is this affecting your here and now? Because I'd like to remind people that what we don't have control over, we don't. So let's focus on what we do, and it helps us keep a lot more balance.
And keep the peace, too. So let's also talk about, I want to know, if there's that person that just always wants to put their side forward, is there a way to talk to people without using evidence, either for or against them, and kind of changing their mind, or at least toning them down?
Well, you certainly can tone them down. Some people don't want their mind changed.
Right.
And so it's, to have a respectful dialogue and remember that we live in a democracy. We have different opinions.
Yeah.
And so rather than the character assassination, whether internally or externally, you're thinking, we have differences of opinion. And so that you can keep calm, it helps the other person stay calm. And frankly, if it gets too taxing, you say, you know what, I value our relationship enough to disagree, so we need to end the conversation here.
And that's the important thing. Even if the conversation ends in a place where you don't like it, it doesn't mean you don't like that person. And it's okay to disagree on some of these things. Also, I find it's hard. I know I'm right, Nancy. I'm always right. It's hard not to accept that, right?
Absolutely. It's really hard. But really, at this level, we don't have all the evidence.
Right.
We don't have all that. And so to remember what you can influence and really to be a light in the community that you do influence helps everyone, and it helps your mental health as well.
Yeah. Nancy, thank you so much. Nancy Ryan, helping us out, making sure we have some decent conversations tomorrow during the inauguration. Nancy, thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.